Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. John Owen talks about sports and movies. Thank you for checking out today's video. Always appreciate the support. Let's get into it. So today, the 2021 NBA Finals are going to tip off. It's going to be the Suns versus the Bucks. Definitely a matchup that not a lot of people picked or expected, but nonetheless a very exciting matchup that's going to have the lasting impact on a couple players in this series' careers. So today I'm going to break down some key matchups, expectations, who I think is going to take home the chip. So with all that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is each team's road to the finals. If I get the games wrong specifically, just make sure to leave a comment down below. Hey, they beat so-and-so in however many games if I get it incorrectly. So the Suns, they beat the Lakers in 6. Then they swept the Nuggets, and then they beat the Clippers in 6. And then the Bucks, they beat Miami in 5, they beat Brooklyn in 7, and then they beat Atlanta in 6. And I've seen a lot of people hate on both of these final runs and say that, this ring doesn't count because of injuries. And yes, I know there's been an abnormal amount of injuries in the playoffs, but injuries are part of the sport. Every ring counts. Any type of Mickey Mouse ring you want to talk about, that really does not apply. I really don't believe in that. Well, that being said, I really think this series is going to come down to whether or not Giannis is healthy. At the time of this recording, we're unclear about Giannis' status for the finals. I know Milwaukee has been playing good without Giannis, but they are also playing the Hawks, who are significantly nowhere near as good as the Suns. The Suns, they've got a really, really, really solid team. The top trio of CP3, Book, and DeAndre Ayton is a really, really elite trio. Chris Paul has been fantastic. If he doesn't get the COVID protocols, I'm sure they beat the Clippers in 5 or maybe even sweep. And Chris Paul was on fire. Devin Booker's been doing his thing in the playoffs. DeAndre Ayton's been a passive beast. He's been very good, passively dominant. That's something I talked about in my last sports-related video where I talked about them getting to the finals. If you want to get a deeper explanation of that, I would check that out. They've got great wing presence. Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges, they're both super good on the wing. Tony Craig, Cameron Payne, both of their backup point guards have been playing very good. They're not very big on the inside, so that's something Milwaukee could definitely exploit, especially if Giannis plays. But they're so good on the perimeter that I think they can maybe negate some of that. As far as Milwaukee also has a very deep, solid squad. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis. Obviously, Giannis is a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. An amazing, just freak athlete. Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, both all-star type players. They both just made the Olympic team. And then some role guys like Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis and PJ Tucker have all been super crucial for them this playoff run, especially when Giannis has been hurt over these last few games in the Hawks series. So basically, I think we've got two very even-killed, very evenly matched teams. I really, like I said, unfortunately and kind of fittingly, this series is going to come down to whether or not Giannis is healthy. If Giannis is healthy, the Bucks got a really, really good shot at winning. Without him, I just think the Suns might be a little too deep, and the Bucks won't be able to exploit Phoenix's maybe greatest weakness without Giannis. And then they're just going to play into their strengths, and then that's really kind of just really unfortunate, especially if Giannis doesn't play. I don't really know if they have the rim protection to stop DeAndre Ayton, the interior defense to stop DeAndre Ayton or Books and Chris Paul's drives. I think another key factor is how well is Milwaukee's pick and roll defense going to be. Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton have been absolutely monsters. Chris Paul is shooting like 52% on mid-range pull-ups off of pick and rolls. Devin Booker's an elite mid-range jumper shooter. So as long as those two guys are creating and stuff like that, the pick and roll defense can be crucial. And who is guard Book and who's going to guard Middleton? I think maybe you throw Chris Middleton on Booker. I think Drew Holiday's a better defender. But then you leave, if you put Drew Holiday on Devin Booker, you're leaving your weaker defender on Chris Paul and just stuff like that. It's a really interesting matchup. I'm very, very excited for these finals. It's definitely going to be weird just to be able to sit back and watch and not have anything for or against either one of these teams. I've been watching. LeBron's been in 9 out of the past 10, 8 out of the past 10 or something like that. Whatever, and the 8. Yeah, a lot. He's been in a lot of finals recently. So I've always been rooting for LeBron, and then the years Raptors Warriors, I wanted the Warriors to lose because I just didn't like them, right? Because they were always beat LeBron and stuff like that. But I want to see Chris Paul get a ring. He definitely deserves one. I think if he gets a ring, that will definitely cement his place as a top 5 point guard. Maybe push him even higher. But I also want to see Giannis get a ring. I think if Giannis gets a ring, he has a Hall of Fame resume at 26. Like Giannis, if the Bucks win and Giannis plays good, as long as Giannis plays and they win, Giannis is going to be Hall of Fame lock at 26. Just already being a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time All NBA, all the All Stars, whatever. Like that's it's like a 9-year stretch or whatever, and he's already done that. Like that's insane. That's a Hall of Fame. It's not like a 100% Hall of Fame lock, but that's like a pretty good Hall of Fame lock. But that's way down the line. So basically, I have 2 guys that I like them. They're not like my favorite players ever, but I do really like them, and I'm rooting for both of them to get a ring. However, they're just both in the finals at the same time. So that is definitely a little tricky. So with all that being said, I think that Milwaukee's got a chance to exploit Phoenix's interior defense when DeAndre Ayton's not in the game. However, with Giannis in question, the Suns, basically, they're just a more consistent, healthier, I think maybe just a little deeper of a team. So I am going to pick them in 6 games, but only because I'm not sure about Giannis, and the Bucks are madly inconsistent. So I could not imagine the side if Middleton and Drew Holiday played well on the same night together. It would honestly in the world. It'd be like an Armageddon event. But I just think, like I said, Phoenix, they are more consistent and they're healthier, and I think they're a little deeper even when the Bucks are at full health. So I think Chris Paul is going to get his first ring in year 16. I am pulling for Milwaukee. I do like Giannis more than Chris Paul, but if Giannis doesn't play, I really don't see how – if Giannis doesn't play like the whole time, or if he misses a majority of the series, I really don't see how Milwaukee can pull this out against a hot, consistent, healthy Suns team. So with all that being said, thank you for watching today's video. That may have been a little rambling, but I hope you got what I wanted to get you. I hope you got out of the video what I wanted you to get out of it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out on the link content. I hope you guys enjoy the finals. I'm super excited. Make sure to leave your predictions down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.